So I just came out of the Holocaust Museum here in Jerusalem, and you might see the Star of David around my neck. My mom did a genealogy test recently and found out that our Spanish blood actually we're from Israel, from the tribe of Judah. And let me tell you something, regardless of whether you, what background, where you come from, doesn't matter. I left this museum in just utter tears. 6 million people wiped off the face of the earth. 1.5 million children. And we let it happen. I was astounded, I didn't know, to find out that so many countries turned back refugees, turned back, even the United States at a time, turned back Jews. And in this museum, if you get a chance to come here, I think a couple of things happened. One that struck me was I came across a lot of things, but one of the things I came across was glass in the ground, and just hundreds of pairs of shoes, thousands of pairs of shoes. And I just thought about the people, the children, and the women and men and husbands and fathers that stood in those shoes and wore them. And there was also a video of bodies literally just being bulldozed, arms and legs, and hearts bulldozed. And there was such a profound moment, though, of humanity in all of this inside this place. I was just bawling, having to control myself. I needed to get out of there. I felt sick, much like I did at 9/11. Sight, I felt nauseous. And I'm crying, and all of a sudden this young man, probably in his 20s or 30s, didn't know if I'm Adam's house cat, just wrapped his arms around me. Didn't speak the language, don't even know what language he was speaking. And he just hugged me, and I hugged him back. And it was in that moment that, like, our souls knew each other, our souls understood what was going on. And I just loved it, that although we didn't speak each other's language, we spoke the heart language, the soul language. And what I want you to remember this video is every time you allow a simple act of hatred, every time you allow a racist joke, every time you allow and turn your head to things, that is the way hatred breeds. That is the way propaganda starts. That is the way things become normal, because that's the way that things started with Hitler. And in Germany, they started to make fun of Jews and give them give people ideas about Jews that they were like animals, and that they were dirty and filthy, and that they stole, and they made fun of their noses, and the propaganda started, and the jokes started, and then before you knew it, things happened that escalated that belief. And so I just, if anything, want you to take away, to tell your kids about the Holocaust. Tell them about how 6 million people were wiped off the face of the earth. And the world largely stood by for a long time. And tell them to remember. But I hope that it inspires you to respect Israel, to protect Israel. And the next time you see propaganda, the next time you see hate, the next time you want to turn your head, you say no, you stand up for what is right. Because that's where it starts. And my God, we cannot afford to have another genocide like this. Love you guys.